Hi, Squadmama here. I've missed you guys so much. I do apologize for the long absence. I had some technical difficulties, lost a lot of clips, a lot of footage. So we're gonna do a mid-season recap of everything that we've built so far so that everyone can be caught up and on the same page as we move forward. We're gonna try moving forward to have an episode every 2 weeks. And we'll see how well this works out. I hope you enjoy the tour! Okay, so this is our starter base that is now Squadmama's secondhand store. This is where people can donate stuff. We still have all of our animals. So here is our piggy pigs, oink oink, cows, moo moo, a random horse, and our chickens. Then we'll come over here to the communal crops. We have carrots, melons, pumpkins, wheat, and potatoes. We have some melons and pumpkins intermixed. There was beetroots. I'm assuming somebody harvested them and never replanted them. Uh, we have our tree farm spaces. And then we also have, back over here on this corner, we have our deposit for people to donate. Our mailbox, which is empty. When we come in here, you will see we have chests and barrels that have item frames in the front of them that display what they are inside, so that like terracotta, rock, dirt, animal stuff, flint, clay, copper. Um, some of them are actually empty. Nether, random foods. Downstairs here is additional storage and where the donation bin comes down into to be sorted and placed upstairs. We have a small lava farm. We have a bed so that we can avoid night outside. As the sign says, we have armor and tools. This is where we have our bows, crossbows, shields, all of the different types of armor, as well as all of the tools. I think that one is boots overflow. So there's all of the different types of tools. We do have some extra barrels for expanding. Out here we have our guard, our villager guard, that allows us to be guarded. This is Sunflower, our spawn ghast, so that we have a way to get around and do things. Now the first shop we have here has the first shop we made on the server, and that is the Bee's Knees. It is our honey shop. Yeah, Bee's Knees! As we first come in here, you'll see that it's a little ATM. We have the different items, so beehives. We have honeycomb block, honeycomb individuals. We also have honey block, as well as individual pieces of honey. We have cake, cash register, additional storage, our beautiful centerpiece of the store. There's a payment barrel for any of the items upstairs, which is all the different colors candles, so white candles with white dye. All the way around, we have miscellaneous items such as dog armor, ink sacks and string, just the rest of the colors over here. There's a glass ceiling so that you're able to see out into the night sky or the sunlight, whichever you prefer. Our second shop here is going to be the wool shop. In here, we have one sheep of every color, and then they are set up that there are 2 per little cubicle, and they are auto-sheared, and then the wool goes down below and is sorted into the correct bins for that color. There is another little ATM here so that people are able to get money out as needed. The other store that we have, oh wait, never mind. This is a sheep. Mr. Oakley took it upon himself to help design and set this up so that instead of it just being a big box, it is a sheep. Our other stall here in the little town square is Squadmama's questing services. 1 diamond block will get you up to 6 stacks of an item. Our third store, since I went on a run of just making stores, is a concrete shop here just on the other side of this water fountain. And we need to get an ender chest to put out here so that people can, do ATM and thingies. But on the outside of the walls is all the concrete powders and all of the colors. And in the center is the actual concrete itself and all of the colors as well. Just trying to be super on top of it so that everybody has an option to come by and get what they need. Followed by our next shop. Well, hold on, I gotta put my Elytra on here so that we can fly. It would be helpful if I actually put it on. Okay, so our next space is over here on this little peninsula across the way. We have made a water feature with some lamps and some plants, so that there was like another small gathering space. You could get with the custom tree here. You're able to get here by that beautiful covered bridge that Miss Mares made for us. Here is the nature center. Here you are able to come get different plants and nature, so vines, moss, glow lichen, or you're able to help breed it up. Here is the library. This is a donation box so that you are able to donate or return books that have been borrowed. This is our library villager. And he is I Am Vengeance, so I guess that's what we call him now. In here we have on this ground floor a bunch of books, and there are mob heads for each of the village members who play on the server. Here you can see King SuperMarez was here. Here is a small description of what's on each floor. Second floor is music, fourth floor is maps, fifth is mob heads, and the very top is trims. So if we come up here, it's a little seating area with lamps so that people can read. You can look through the glass and see what's going on out front. This next floor is going to be the music. So we have a jukebox. Sam was here, so was yesterday. Lava chicken. Steve's lava chicken is really tasty. We've got different people kind of hanging out, drinking, dancing, listening to music. In the barrels here, you have the different discs, and there's some on display. If we go up to the next floor, it is just a floor of books. We have some villagers in here looking and picking and reading. If we go up to the next floor, you will see that this is the cartography and map floor. There is a map of spawn, as well as some hostile mob heads. You're able to see our starter base that has become the secondhand store. Town square. There is also the bookstore, all of our different lovely little stores. Hostile mobs, some lamps, all of the cartographers. We were trying to gather each one of the passive mob heads and put in here and have them out. Then here up at the top floor you have all of the different smithing templates, trim templates, as well as several of the workstations so that you're able to do what you need to duplicate and make copies of the different templates needed. As you've noticed as we've went up here, each one of the landings has lamps with green lampshades on them so that there's additional lights. We have created this space to be a communal area for music, fun, reading, enrichment, and then the trims so that everyone has a space to come to be involved, and then everyone can be on display. We have Lord Dawson, who is a pirate this year, on our server. His bamboo shop here. Him being a pirate does explain, though, why his redstone shop is a ship. Kind of cute and plays into the theme of things. We have a little duplex, a mini castle, our beautiful covered bridge that allows travel back and forth. You can see the other side of our ship. Everybody's kind of gotten their starter shops turned in, or starter bases turned into shops. So it gives us a way to build great economy and trade of goods and services. This is Dr. Yesterday's little space here, with his trees, the beautiful sheep's face. Over there is the battle area that has been created and set up. Busy Bee now flies instead of just chilling on the ground. Our spawn point, as well as spawn maps. We're going to go ahead and head into the Nether now. As you can see, we have a cute little Nether hub here. It branches off into 4 directions. There are signs here that tell you what is each way. My base is going to be this way. You'll have a spot there, as you can tell, that takes us over to the gaming district. I need to build a game. Here is an entrance to head you to Purple's space. We have our oxidized copper, lodestone, dried gas, and crying obsidian with candles, like pattern that goes down here. This takes us to Marez's area. Please make sure you check out their videos to see how great of their buildings have been. This is our space. We have cute little area. Inside we have a bees farm that automatically collects honeycomb, since there is no day-night cycle here in the Nether. We have some storage, a lava farm, nether wart farm, but we're going to go ahead and head into our mega base space. And with that said, as you come in, you see that it looks like the Nether has crept into our base space. We have a lean-to style horse pen for when anybody visits us that has had horses and needs to tie them up when they come over. Also, here is a bridge to get from one side of the river to the other without having to take a boat. Allows us to get quickly over here to where the mega base starter house is. If we go down, you'll see that there isn't really much besides a lava farm down here. There were some automatic farms down here, but they have since been moved. So we're going to have to figure out what we need to do with this space down here if we're just going to fill it in. As we go upstairs here, you'll see that this first landing has some book space, a lectern, a couch, and a little TV that can get watched. As we go up this next space, you'll see that we have a balcony, windows to look outside, armor stand, and a bed. We're going to sleep so that we can get rid of the night so that it's safe to go out. Now then, these are the space here. We're going to head outside and see the rest of the space. We've put a lot of effort into building out here. We've got the wraparound porch, our beautiful little tree of hiding. We have a little pond here, random villager that I'm assuming doesn't know what he's doing. We have a little greenhouse here that allows us to grow and do flowers as needed to fill the nature center. And here is our flower farm so that we're able to grow the red and yellow flowers. Here's all the 2 tall flowers that we're able to use some bone meal and grow them up. There is a bone meal tower that feeds into the system itself. Here are some of our automated candle and dyeing stations so that things automatically run. We have all of our dyes where we put cactus to make the green dye, bone blocks to help fertilize everything. We put dried kelp in here so that it helps feed the furnace. Our cocoa beans to make the brown dye. We have an ender chest and a lectern so that we can put the book to let us know what we need to refill back at home base at the shop. As we come out here, we will see the horses. So we have a couple skelly horses as well as a regular horse, random villager who has no idea what he's doing. Inside each one of these areas, we have some leads and saddles. We have some storage hay, pumpkins, and melons. The second floor, we have the same. Here's some vines of some sort. As we come up on the roof, you're able to meet Sunshine. And you'll also see that he has powdered snow in a cauldron, an extra lead, uh, just all of our goodies here. If we look out across over here, you'll see that there is our fishing hut. Oh, nope, that's not good. Fell into with the donkeys. If you look as we're leaving here, you'll see that there is water and food for the donkeys. Same for the horses. If we come out here, we'll come across and you'll see that there is our fisher hut. It's got some storage, a cauldron with some fish in it. We've got fish, like they're cutting them up. Some seats, a seat here to fish on, a fish on the dock. If you look down, you'll see that there are some fish here. Across the way, we have Mushroom Village. It's just a little village that I created where everybody lives inside little mushrooms. We're going to work on getting some villagers over here. I'm not sure if we're going to do regular villagers or if we're going to put some mob heads on them so that they're special little villagers. But at this point, that is what we have. Got the mycelium, different flowers, some mushrooms that are growing, beds, little community rooms. Everything's got lights in them. Around back here, you'll see we have some of our automatic farms. So this is the cactus farm. The cactus automatically grows, it gets broke, and it goes inside the storage containers. This is our squid farm. If we come down here, you'll see that there are some boxes that automatically collect and store the ink sacs and random fish that get caught. There's an AFK platform up top. Each time you hang out at the AFK for about 45 minutes, you'll get a full double chest of ink sacs. It's quite productive. The next one is our sniffer farm. Gets us our pitcher pods and torch flowers. Here is our bases bee farm. Collects both honey bottles and honeycomb. So that way we're able to, while home, still be productive and collecting for the shops. Let's go back over here to continue looking around our mega base village. We've got the wall to keep villagers from wandering too far. We would hate for anybody to get lost. That's never a good sign. As we come back over here, there is our wolf, our shepherds with the sheep. This is where they can come shear to get wool so that they can come in here and do their shepherdy thing. We've got a few looms, some storage, and then I think this one over here has, all the banner patterns for them so that they can make beautiful banners. Here is our tower. This tower here is a lot of storage here on this lower level. And then as we go up, you'll see that there is some nether wart and mushrooms. And storage. Mushrooms, nether wart, storage. As we make it all the way up here to the top, you'll see all of our clerics with their workstations and their super awesome golem friend. They have their beds up here too. With them being up this high, it's hard for them to track down to the rest of the village, so it keeps them safe. We've got all the stuff down here to make different potions as needed, and then there's also some trading stuff in here, right here, some of the rotten flesh so that we can get some emeralds to trade with the rest of the village. Now let's see, where's our next place? The next place here, you'll see we have some cows and some pigs that the farmers tend. As you can see, this is the farmer house. We've got chests for storage and some composters. We've got multiple fields, some wheat, pitcher pods, torch flowers, carrots, potatoes, some beetroots, watermelon, pumpkin, kind of sprinkled around, making our needs. We have a beautiful little pond over here that houses not only iron golems, but seaweed and coral, some uh, sugar cane around the edges. It has a small little waterfall that leads into the big river, as well as down into the little uh, gorge underneath. I think we've also got some sea pickles in there for some light. Um, Beautiful trees across the little river here stream. We've got our chickens, which automatically collects eggs underneath. Here we have our blacksmith shop. We have two Fletcher stands that also give you the ability to test out bows and arrows into the targets at the other end. We have grindstones, smithing tables, anvils, two blast furnaces, a lot of storage, and hot lava coal to be able to look like you're working on some swords and stuff. A cute little bridge that leads over to the bell and the water feature with our golden axolotl. Um, as villager town center, we have the wood area that has some storage, some logs getting sawed into planks, and some slabs so that, we're able to do some stuff. We have a beautiful little map space here, which gives us spawn that leads all the way over to our base area, followed by the rest of the areas connected to us, which leads over here to Lord Dawson's Pirate Cove, and then purple space as well. On the wall, you'll see that we have our base space, and then Spawn's base space. And then there is a road that leads over to our spider spawner, and then a better look at the road leading over to Dawson's area. There's a small library with some storage, and then upstairs is where all of the villagers sleep, all of the beds for everyone that lives in the village, other than the farmers. If you look over here, we then have a stone cutter, which does the same function as the wood cutter. So it's cutting stone into slabs. The last item is our mine. So we have a smelting area, a lava farm, and storage boxes for all of the types of stone. And you can go down there, down all the way to -59. That allows you to go diamond hunting. The last area to show off is going to be the Mega Mansion base space. Up here we do have a small little pond, but as you can see, there was the gate down there where we took off from. We got a little pond here that has a waterfall down to the smithing shop that leads into a pond into the river. But this is our mega base. It is still definitely a work in progress, but this is where we are so far at our mega mansion. We have a foyer space. On this side, we have a kitchen, some artwork, and followed by food storage. We have the cooking space that looks like bread is baking and then some meat is cooking. We have our furnace and our smoker, our prep table. We lead out here is going to be a small garden once we finish getting the rest of the village cleaned up that has been abandoned. We have a dessert table followed by a buffet. Our big dinner table with seating so that people can come and eat. We're going to put some armor stands in here with some armor on display and make this a sitting relaxation space. Back into the foyer. This is my personal library, books on display, some lecterns so that we can have books open for reading. We can put more specialty books. If we go up the stairs here, you're going to come to the second floor. This is going to end up being rooms so that when people come to visit, they'd have a space to sleep. This is the master level. This would be where my living quarters are. Here's the starting of our bedroom. And once we sleep here real quick, I'll show you the rest. Okay, so this would be my bed space. I want to turn in here into a gathering space, put a big window in over here so that we could put some living furnitures and be able to hang out. In here is our brew space. So we have all of the storage for we need. That would be the fireplace to boil the water, our potion storage. Above the fireplace here, we also have some more storage for some goods. Here's some other, little storage spaces. Um, Kind of looks rundownish. We got the vines and the roots and more storage. We got cobwebs, dirt on the ground, the amethyst and the shards, netherwort growing so that we can harvest. We're going to turn these armor stands into people so that it looks like they're in here brewing and making potions. We're going to write out some ingredient lists for different potions on the books. Um, and then this last room here, we're going to turn into our enchanting space. This is going to be some bookshelves and an enchanter. Put maybe some enchanted items on display to show what we've been capable of doing. The last item is going to be going up here to the roof. So this is a perfect space for landing and then taking off with the Electra so that you're not being attacked by mobs or anything of the like. You have a safe space to take off and land, not be attacked. There's one other secret place I'd like to show, and that is our storage area. By moving that book, we're able to come in here. I want to turn this into a storage, just generic storage, maybe books or, put some shelves or something. And then it's a walkway down to our mega storage area. We have an ender chest, an infinite water source, and then we have all of our storage spaces. I'm going to take these here so that I can show you one of the amazing activities that can be done. But we have a super smelter here that everything gets smelted, it drops into the chest, and then our golem friends will sort them into where they belong. Um, and then all the storage so that we have things placed. If we come in here, we have a secret little space. And what we're able to do is we're able to feed these cows right here, these two adult cows, and they'll make a baby. And then the baby's small enough that it falls between the chains that are there. And then we would be able to push that button there. And by pushing that button, lava would flow. And then when it flows, it would murder the cows that are down here. So that we would then get in this chest leather and cooked meat. And an iron golem would take that leather and cooked meat and it would bring it up here and put it in the correct chests. So that I would be able to access the leather and meat without going in there from outside here. And that would allow us to access that. The other thing is we have another secret door here. And with this, we're able to come down here and there's two water vators. So we would go down, 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 down. And this takes us to our mining space. So when we mine up a bunch of stuff and we want to do something with it, we can just come straight here to where our storage is and take care of it without having to go all the way out and back up. Just a little shortcut for us. Then there's one other space over here, and this is where we moved all of our automated farms. And this is our sugarcane and bamboo, and then kelp. Kelp ends up going into this box. Our golem puts it in that box, and when I'm ready, I take it from there and put it so that we can make the dried kelp. This is where we have all of our concrete powder and the stuff to make the concrete powder, and then we take the powder and make the concrete so we can go fill back up at the shop. But he will take the bamboo and the sugar cane and fill it into those boxes so that I can access them from the outside here. But yeah, that would be all of our amazing little bits of storage. You have everything inside. I have more than enough storage. There's still a few bugs to work out with how the storage works, but for the most part it works pretty good. Just need to finish up here in this room. To close up the storage, I just gotta have to grab that there. Um, but I think that's about it to show off with our base. Wait, I forgot to show you guys the most interesting part of our storage space. See, I picked up these things, and if I don't want to go downstairs to sort things myself, I can just throw items right here into this space, and it will automatically filter downstairs through a line, and this nice guy here will sort it out and put it into whatever boxes it needs to go in, so that it allows me just to dump things real quick and move on with what I need to do. So that's super exciting. So I do believe that that is honestly the last bit that I wanted to show. But I wanted to say thank you very much for being here and for taking part in this mid-season catch-up. I have missed you guys, and I hope to see you all so much more as time moves forward. Hopefully see you in 2 weeks when the next episode comes out. Bye!